we have Jump Shepherd, who I actually don't know what he's running for. Jump, you want to do a quick introduction real quick about yourself?
Sure. Can you all hear me?
Yep, we can hear you just fine.
Okay, I've never used TikTok Live before. This is my first time.
It's fine.
I'm Jump Shepherd. I'm running for U.S. Senate in Illinois. Mariana gave such a great introduction. I am an electrician. I'm a union electrician, IBEW. I regularly work in the communities. I work on the Chicago's West and South Side, donating time when I can. I canvass and I work with the Electrical Workers Minority Caucus, and we do a lot of work in our communities, but mostly I want to say that I'm just a regular guy. I'm no one special. I'm just another citizen who sees our children are inheriting $35 trillion of debt. Our environment is failing. We are already past 1.5 degrees Celsius, the point which was considered the point of no return. We're out of time. And so I see this group here, this live here, and it excites me. I see people who look for a future, who want to be the future that we deserve, who want to make the future that we need, that we deserve. We're Americans. We are the greatest country in the world. And when I see all these people who remind me of Americans, it really does strike a fire in my heart. And I'm rooting for everyone in this group, and I'm excited for the future that we're going to make together in the House of Representatives and in the Senate.
And in the presidency in 2028.
I know that's right. You're really running for president.
Yep, William is running for president of the United States.
I love that.
Yeah. Jump, I wanted to ask you a question. You're running for Dick Durbin's seat, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to say thank you. Thank you for helping get that. Thank you for being part of the push to help convince that man to finally leave Congress.
So Durbin, he decided, Durbin, this is the last thing I'll say. I don't like taking up too much time. This is the last thing. Durbin has always said the right thing. He's always been on the right side of an issue, but our middle class, he's been in Congress for 30 years. He's been the number 2 in the Senate for 20 years.
45.
Well, he's been a politician for over 50 years.
Yeah, but he's only been in Congress for 45 years.
Which is, it's too long. And he has always said the right things, but our middle class is still shrinking. Our power has been receding. We keep losing our benefits, our rights. And so while what he says sounds right, what he does betrays him, and his list of donors betrays. He's received over $1 million from APAC. I don't know if we're allowed to say that, but from the people who are telling us who to bomb right now. So I'll leave it at that. Is that he's retiring now, and he's already chosen his successor, the person who's quote unquote next in line, and I'm going to defeat that person. That's the end of it.
I have a question for Jump real quick.
Sure.
Mr. Shepherd, I don't know if I got it wrong or anything. Can you clarify your background in the STEM field, just so I know for future? And then everyone's background is why they're running. I think it's very important. Would you be able to clarify it real quick, please?
Absolutely. So I have been a CNC machinist. I've been an educator. I was a teacher, an elementary school teacher. I went to school. I got a minor in music and education, but my bachelor's degree is in physics. I was an astronomer at the National Radio Astronomy Observatory in Charlottesville. Coincidentally, the same summer, the same time I was there when the Klan decided to do their rally in Charlottesville. That was quite an interesting experience.
Jump.
And after I finished as a physicist, I realized that it wasn't, I wasn't moving the field fast enough for me. I felt like I wasn't advancing physics fast enough for my own goals. I want us to develop faster than light travel. I want us to go to other planets. I want us to find other alien species. That's what I want. And I don't feel like the work that I was doing was moving fast enough. That's just my personal take. I love the work that physicists do, that astronomers do. It's so important. I go up to Mackinac Island every summer just to visit, just to go and see the stars. It's so fun. So I am an astronomer, and then I left that field and I went into electrical construction. So right now I am a construction worker. And yeah.
Jump, do you mind if I ask you a question real quick on a couple topics?
Sure.
First topic, what is, if you get, you are, this is a minor question, this is part of the group. You're running for the Democratic primary, correct?
Yes.
Okay, first question, sorry, my eyes are burning really bad right now. First question I was going to ask you was, if you get into Congress, would you work to help stop the sale of help stop the plan under the Trump administration to sell lands that are currently marked as national park land to companies to use for oil and drilling purposes, which, funny enough, only 15% of Americans support? Would you help to stop that?
Absolutely. I want to be on the committee that deals with the environment. Absolutely. We are losing our national parks to the interests that will pay good money for them. And it's so disheartening to me because, like, you're selling a piece of America's soul for a few dollars. The short answer is absolutely yes. I will stop. I will work to stop the selling of our land to big oil companies.
Thank you, Jump, mainly because we spent over 150 years trying to get the national parks. People had worked over a century and a half trying to get the national parks, and when Teddy Roosevelt finally got it, we threw celebrations in the street over it. But when we got the modern park system under Teddy Roosevelt, we got it. And the second question I was going to ask you was, do you consider, and this is a controversial question, but I do want a serious answer out of you this, because I already have my stance on this question, and I do believe it. Do you believe that, Jump, and I'm not asking this to be rude, have you heard of the Sherman Antitrust Act?
It sounds familiar.
Basically, it allows the federal government, if it is needed, to declare a company a monopoly and for the federal government to go in and break up a company.
Oh, yes.
It actually has been used a few times. It was used on the Rockefeller Corporation in the 30s, and it was used on the Microsoft in 2000. Do you believe that under its current stance, how it currently is, do you believe that Amazon qualifies as a monopoly and should have the Sherman Antitrust Act used against it?
Historian. Can I call you historian?
Yeah, that's fine. That's my username.
Historian. The Amazon is 100% a monopoly, and the Sherman Antitrust Act should absolutely be used, not just against Amazon, but I believe, maybe this is controversial too, but I believe against big corporations like Alphabet that owns Google, like Facebook, or I should say Meta that owns Facebook and Instagram. These companies, and maybe even consider breaking up companies like Facebook, like Instagram, into smaller entities, because they don't allow for competition. And when you don't allow for competition, prices go up, the consumer gets gouged, and you lose that diversity of idea, you lose creation, you lose investment into creating new things.
Yes, exactly. I'm sorry to cut you off there, Jump. I completely agree with you. I've preached this for years, and I've been I've had my ideas taken down from other people, hit down because they're like, "Oh, you're a Republican, should we think like that?" No, just because I'm a Republican doesn't mean I like business. I've never liked business. I've never liked Google. I use them, but it's because they're the only products around. I don't trust Google. I don't trust Facebook. Well, I don't trust Meta. I don't trust fucking Amazon. I've never trusted a big business whatsoever. I've never, ever trusted them. Oh, Robert, I am not running for position. I am merely moderating this panel. But, I've never trusted a big business. So,
small businesses make this country great.
Exactly. And mainly because I vouch that, because every time I go to every time I'm on a drive, I always go to a local mom and pop restaurant instead of a big chain restaurant. But, Jump, I am going to say this. Based on what I've heard from you today, you have my full support, man. I sincerely hope that you do win your primary. And if you do win in the general, and any help that you need from me down here in California, whether it be phone banking, sending postcards, whatever, just Jump, if you can, give me a follow, and I'll send you my number. And that way, if you need any help down there in Illinois, just give me a text.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome, man.